Clark off the screen, finds some space, and delivers. It's a triple for Caitlin Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, because what just unfolded in Indianapolis was nothing short of a basketball spectacle. Off the dribble, Caitlin Clark found her groove and delivered. A cold-blooded triple for the rookie sensation who went toe-to-toe with none other than WNBA legend Diana Taurasi. And here's the kicker, it wasn't even close. This game had it all. Clutch threes, heated moments, and a performance that has the entire league buzzing. But this wasn't just another win for the Indiana Fever. This was a statement, a defining moment in the season. Clark didn't just outshine Taurasi. She dominated the entire Phoenix Mercury team, leading the Fever to their third straight victory against Phoenix this season. That's right, 3-0 against a team that has historically given them trouble. And the way Clark did it, let's just say, Diana might be losing some sleep over this one. So, if you're not already subscribed, now's the time to hit that button, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this game might just be the turning point for Caitlin Clark's career, the Indiana Fever's playoff hopes, and possibly the future of the WNBA itself. Let's dive into the action and break down what really happened on the court. From the moment the ball was tipped, it was clear Caitlin Clark was on a mission. She started the game on fire, draining threes as if the hoop was twice the size. By halftime, she had already piled up 16 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. That's the kind of stat line most players dream of for a full game, and Clark was just getting warmed up. But this game wasn't just about Clark's individual brilliance. The entire Fever squad brought an intensity that completely blindsided the Mercury. They moved the ball effortlessly, found open shots, and most importantly, played with a level of confidence that we haven't seen all season. On the flip side, Diana Taurasi was struggling to find her rhythm, clearly frustrated by the Fever's relentless defense, which seemed supercharged by Clark's offensive explosion. As the game went on, it became increasingly clear that this was more than just a regular season showdown. It was a passing of the torch. Clark was outperforming Taurasi in every aspect of the game. But it wasn't just the stats that told the story. It was the energy, the body language, the way Clark owned the court. She played with a swagger that screamed, "This is my league now." And things got so heated, even Kelsey Mitchell couldn't resist getting involved in a little on-court spat. But in the end, it all came together. Caitlin Clark closed out the game with a staggering 29 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. Oh, and by the way, she nailed 4 of her 11 attempts from beyond the arc. That's the kind of performance that demands your attention. But hold on, you might be wondering, what about the rest of the team? Well, that's where it gets even juicier. Kelsey Mitchell wasn't just a bystander. She decided to light it up too, dropping a jaw-dropping 28 points, including 6 of 13 from three-point land. The Clark-Mitchell duo, absolutely unstoppable. This wasn't just another win for the Fever. This was a statement, a bold declaration that echoed through the entire league. The Fever didn't just beat the Mercury, they dominated them. And let this sink in. This marks the 3rd time this season that the Fever have toppled Phoenix. That's a feat never before accomplished in franchise history. Think about that. A team that once struggled mightily against the Mercury now holds a 3-0 record against them this season. That's a seismic shift. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. This isn't just about a single game or even one season. This is about the future trajectory of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark isn't just putting up impressive stats. She's revolutionizing the game. Her ability to score from virtually anywhere on the court, paired with her elite playmaking, is forcing teams to completely rethink their defensive strategies. Let's zoom out for a moment and consider the bigger picture. This game wasn't just a showcase of raw talent. It was a defining moment in the Fever's season. With this victory, Indiana is making a serious push for the playoffs. They're currently sitting in 7th place, and every win from here on out is absolutely crucial. But what's truly remarkable is how this team has evolved since the season began. Remember the rocky start? A string of losses that made it seem like the Fever were headed for another disappointing year? Well, something changed, or rather, someone changed everything. Caitlin Clark's impact on this team transcends the box score. She's injected a winning mentality, a fierce competitive fire that's contagious. You can see it in the way her teammates play. They're more confident, more aggressive, and they genuinely believe they can take down any team in the league. And let's not overlook the Olympic break. While some players might have used that time to rest, Clark clearly used it to sharpen her skills. She returned to the court looking stronger, more focused, and, dare I say, even more lethal. It's as if she took every ounce of doubt, every criticism, and used it as fuel to elevate her game to unprecedented levels. This performance against the Mercury, against a legend like Diana Taurasi, wasn't just a good game. It was a league-wide announcement. Caitlin Clark has arrived, and she's not just here to play, she's here to dominate. Now, I know some of you might be thinking it's just one game, right? But this is so much more than that. What we witnessed in Indianapolis wasn't just a regular season win. It was a pivotal moment that could reshape the entire landscape of the WNBA. Think about it, how often do we see a rookie enter the league and not just compete with, but surpass one of the all-time greats? How often does a single player transform a struggling franchise into a playoff contender in just one season? Caitlin Clark is doing just that, and this game was her loudest statement yet. The Fever are no longer a team to be underestimated, and with Clark leading the charge, the sky's the limit. Stick around, because this season is only going to get more exciting. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's rewriting the playbook. Her style of play, her court vision, her uncanny ability to drain shots from anywhere on the floor. It's forcing the entire league to adapt. Coaches are scrambling, rethinking their entire defensive game plans just to slow her down. And here's the kicker, this is her rookie season. Just imagine what she'll be capable of after a year or two of WNBA experience. For Caitlin Clark, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. But this story isn't just about Clark. It's about what she represents for the future of women's basketball. The buzz she's generating, the new fans she's pulling in. It's something we've never seen before. We're not just witnessing the rise of a superstar. We're potentially witnessing the dawn of a new era in the WNBA. Now, here's where things really heat up, because with all this excitement comes higher stakes. Every team in the league is on high alert. They're not just game planning for the Fever anymore. They're strategizing for Caitlin Clark. Coaches are burning the midnight oil, trying to figure out how to contain this unstoppable force. Players across the league are stepping up their game, knowing they need to be at their best to compete. And let's not forget about the playoff race. This win wasn't just another tally in the W column for the Fever. It was a statement. They're not just knocking on the door of the playoffs, they're kicking it down. But here's the twist. Making the playoffs is no longer the goal. With Clark leading the charge, the Fever aren't just thinking playoffs. They're dreaming of a championship. But with great power comes great responsibility. The pressure on Clark is immense and growing with every game. Can she handle it? Can she continue to perform at this level when the stakes are at their highest? The entire basketball world is watching, waiting to see what she'll do next. And let's not forget Diana Taurasi and the veteran stars of the WNBA. Are they ready to pass the torch? Or will they rally and push back against this new wave of talent? The league is at a crossroads, and the next few weeks could shape its future for years to come. One thing's for sure, the WNBA will never be the same. And it's all because of a rookie from Iowa who's unafraid to take on any challenge. Now it's your turn. We've just witnessed something truly special, and I want to hear your thoughts. Is Caitlin Clark the future of the WNBA? Has she already surpassed Diana Taurasi as the league's premier player? Or do you think this is just a hot streak that will eventually cool off? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a real conversation going. Are you Team Clark or Team Taurasi? Or is there another player you think should be in this conversation? Your insights are what make this community great, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into Caitlin Clark's rise and want to stay on top of all things WNBA, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. We're going to be covering every twist and turn of this playoff race, and trust me, with Clark in the mix, it's going to be one for the history books. And before you go, check out the video on the screen right now about what Lynn Dunn said about Fever trade talks. It's a must-watch. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.